Hi, my name is Tracy Fitzsimmons. I'm the CEO of Path of Life Enterprises, whose first DBA is Angel Wings Bakery, a nonprofit social enterprise created to support the work of the largest homeless service provider in the county of Riverside, Path of Life Ministries. I'd like to sincerely thank you first for taking a few minutes of your time to view this presentation. I'll be sharing with you what we do, why we do it, and where we're going. But let me start first by way of example. This is Jamal. At 16, his mom had a long illness after suffering 2 aneurysms. She lost her job, health insurance, and eventually their home. Jamal, his mom, and younger sister entered the Path of Life Transitional Housing Program. In his own words, when they first arrived, Jamal was angry, confused, and losing hope for his future. But the stability and support that he and his family were given throughout their stay gave him the faith and stability he needed to stay focused and determined in his studies. Jamal graduated from high school with honors, received a scholarship, and today is a senior at UC Berkeley, preparing to graduate with a degree in architecture. Path of Life Ministries is a faith-based nonprofit 501c3 organization providing emergency housing and development opportunities that lead individuals and families who are homeless towards self-sufficiency. Building on 10 years of success, we are continuing the development of our integrated and holistic solutions that help people escape homelessness and poverty. Recognizing the critical need for a diversified revenue mix to maintain it all, we've also implemented innovative fund development strategies that will sustain services and provide for the growing need. You may or may not be aware of the services Path of Life provides, so let me touch on them briefly. Path of Life Homeless Services provides safety, emergency shelter, and personal growth support for over 1,500 individuals every year. Our residents include significant numbers of seniors, veterans, emancipated foster youth, abused women, and persons with disabilities, but the majority, or 56% of those we serve in our family programs, are children, most of whom are under 12 years old. Path of Life is the largest homeless service provider in the county of Riverside and the only opportunity of its kind in western Riverside County. Without our services, those individuals and families would likely remain on the street and stuck in poverty with cyclical episodes of homelessness. The primary goal for all residents is not just to provide basic shelter, but help them move towards self-sufficiency. This is accomplished by a comprehensive service plan that's customized for each resident and monitored by an assigned service coach. We take a holistic approach that takes into account the needs of the whole person: physical, economical, emotional, and spiritual care and counsel that is optional but widely available. This is vital to moms like Angela, who need a safe place to restore a sense of hope and rebuild their lives after being abused or abandoned. It's also vital to 400 plus children each year that would otherwise be on the streets or living in their cars with their families. This is a picture of our homework and reading club at our family shelter. It's very important to note that we don't do what we do in a silo. We can only accomplish what we do through a huge network of support and collaboration. These are just a few of them listed. We know we can't do everything and find it extremely important to leverage the good work and strong opportunities that are already in place in our community. This is a visual of what the system of integrated holistic solutions looks like within Path of Life: shelter and housing, one-to-one coaching and life skills education, and a new opportunity through First 5 to provide daycare to 5-year-olds and under so the parents can work. Over the years, one of the biggest barriers to progressing towards self-sufficiency was poor health. Our residents showed unusually higher numbers of chronic health issues such as diabetes, asthma, and high blood pressure. Health to Hope Clinics was created as a separate nonprofit to address those issues. Today, it is a federally qualified healthcare clinic providing primary health care to the uninsured and underinsured, saving tens of thousands of dollars for our local hospitals. And finally, employment is a huge barrier. Riverside County's labor market has been dramatically improving. However, the Inland Empire still lags behind the rest of the state and country in its recovery. Those who have struggled in poverty are among the most vulnerable in obtaining employment that provides a living wage and a career path that can advance. In addition, they have significant barriers to employment, such as lack of education, lack of basic technology skills, poor life and soft skills that adversely affect their job retention, no or previous work history, and a lack of basic resources necessary to maintain a job, such as transportation and daycare. As you will hear about next, we have positioned ourselves to address that in an innovative and promising way. This is a quick snapshot of the progress we've made between 2005 and 2013 in the reduction of government grants from 92% to 66% of our total revenue. Even with increasing our private revenue sources as we have, however, we recognize the need to diversify our funding sources and began to determine how we would create our own self-sufficiency. Our research led us to social enterprise models that provide self-perpetuating sources of revenue for sustaining and expanding nonprofit services. From that discovery came Angel Wings Bakery. After researching best practice models across the U.S. and even in the U.K., we began to vet different business models and raise capital. We started with an online bakery because it had a lower capital investment and lower operating expenses. Angel Wings Bakery was launched at the end of 2013 and created to serve a dual purpose. First, sustainability. 100% of our profits go directly to Path of Life Ministries to sustain the services that help break the cycle of poverty and end homelessness. Second, on-the-job training and soft skill training for Path of Life Ministries' most dedicated shelter residents. Our unique support structure gives each paid apprentice a one-to-one job training experience with both our professionally trained pastry chef and our employment coach. Apprentices learn a marketable skill as well as the soft skills necessary to succeed in the workplace. Tylena was our first Angel Wings Bakery apprentice. She has done a magnificent job of working through a very difficult childhood and escaping an abusive marriage. With the help of her coaches at Path of Life and Angel Wings Bakery, she has met or exceeded her individual goals. Please view the 2-minute video and be sure to listen for an update on where she is today at the end.
My service coach told me about the bakery and how it's going to be kickstarted, and I'm like, yeah, I'd be interested in that. That seems like fun. And I started my internship here. It was hard at first because I had to get used to the hours, but I believe I did a stellar job here too, and that's what got me from the internship to the apprenticeship. So I don't think if I put my foot forward, I wouldn't have made it this far. I learned actually how to bake everything from scratch. I always did box cakes and everything's, natural and fresh. It's better that way. It taps into my artistic instincts. I get to think up something totally different that either nobody has created or do something that they've created a lot better. So I kind of am looking forward to, if not owning my own bakery, not being Angel Wings competition, but at least working into a bakery or doing independent, bakery on the side for myself. But I have to pray about that because that might not be my calling either. I try to do my best in everything that is given to me. I learned how to be humble, learn how to be thankful for what you have. A lot of things I took for granted when I don't anymore being here, so it teaches me a lot, and I'm thankful for that. It's a lot.
One of Tylena's major barriers, as well as most individuals struggling to come out of poverty and homelessness, was a lack of transportation. Angel Wings Bakery applied for a grant on her behalf, and she was awarded a newly refurbished 2011 Honda Accord in November 2014, including all fees and insurance paid for 1 year. I'm thrilled to report that Tylena just transitioned in January 2015 to permanent housing and is now living in Los Angeles. She is enrolling in the Culinary Arts program at the LA Trade Technical College and is searching for a part-time job at a local bakery. Angel Wings Bakery is the first of potentially many social enterprises we want to start. As we sustain profitability, part of our future profits can be used to fund other businesses. This would provide additional on-the-job apprenticeships as well as a greater earned income potential for Path of Life to expand and address those gaps in our community's homeless services that still exist, such as daycare, transportation, and especially affordable housing. Our 10-year goal is to provide 40% of the revenue in earned income for Path of Life through our profits by 2025. Angel Wings Bakery relies on foundation and donor support during its ramp-up phase and until it achieves sustained profitability. A very conservative break-even analysis estimates viability from sales alone in Q2 of 2017. However, in a short time, since its full-time launch in 2014, Angel Wings Bakery has been very successful in raising over $140,000 to maintain its operations. We've also refined our business model to reach businesses as our primary target market and achieve considerable growth in sales, attaining a 430% increase in quarters 3 and 4 over quarters 1 and 2 of 2014. So as it stands today, we are seeking to secure funding to help us get from where we are today across that capital gap to sustain profitability. To conclude, we have 2 great teams of people who have joined together to make this all happen. Our hope is that you would consider joining us by contributing to this venture. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this presentation. Please allow us to follow up with you in the next few days. We would love to hear your thoughts and get your input. Or please feel free to reach out to us at any time using the contact information above. Thank you again.